Karl, first WNT NXTGen event starting here in Sarajevo tomorrow. They're warming up at the moment. There's clearly a lot of talent out of the 32 that are going to be playing tomorrow. I mean, how important is it to give these kids an opportunity to show what they can do?
Yeah, it's massive. Not just the fact that they're here playing and obviously they're going to get underway tomorrow, just the fact that, a lot of these kids behind us, they'll have idols out in the main arena, and usually, the sports, you'll probably have to go to, an event or a venue and obviously pay a ticket and sort of watch your favourite player or football team or whichever sport, you're sort of into. And you probably don't really get that close to your heroes, but here, they're practicing away and there's a match going on the main table, and it's pretty surreal for them, really.
I mean, for you, when you were younger, how much would you have loved something like this?
Oh, incredible. I had nothing like this. I was, when I first started playing pool, it was English 8-ball. I was playing in the local pub, and, obviously there was nothing really like this. The fact that, every major we go to, there's a NextGen event, and, you want to practice on your own, and that's where you sort of get your skills, but seeing which other talent's about, you can sort of gauge where your level is, as a young pool player.
I mean, we'll have a little walk around, we'll go and have a walk in. I saw before, and we'll probably speak to him in a little minute, David Al-Kadi walking around, giving some pretty helpful tips to the youngsters. I mean, that's an unbelievable thing, isn't it? Someone who wants to come up in the game, having an expert like that, basically hand teach them what to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite funny really, you see a few of the players in here mingling, probably the more, when I say friendly of the players, just probably more players that are used to, dealing with kids. Some of the other players might not bother coming in. Obviously we've got Ralph Suke over there, he's showing a few tricks. But there's a young lad here, I don't know who this lad is, but he's a left-hander. I was just watching him before we started to film. He can knock the balls in, and it kind of reminds him of a baby Joshua Filler, so it's going to be interesting to see how he gets on.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be honest as well, yesterday there were so many youngsters actually on the field as well, 17-year-olds playing yesterday, some great performances for them. I mean, that's lovely to see as well, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. When I think of a young player and someone that come through the game, it is actually Joshua Filler. I remember seeing Joshua when he was about 13. We were playing Euro tours all around Europe, and listen, Joshua Filler at the age of 13 were beating quite a lot of the top players at the time, and obviously, you don't need to be a surgeon to figure out what he's done in the sport. Many people think he's the GOAT of Nineball, and still only, I think, about 25, 26, and obviously he probably didn't even have this platform, so the fact that these guys are in here practicing, and obviously we're here filming, it's going to get their juices flowing a little bit, isn't it?
And do you think that's kind of one of the best bits about it, is that there's obviously the talent there, but learning to deal with the pressure, learning to deal with what comes with being a professional pool player, that is kind of a skill that they're learning, which you can't really put a price on, can you?
No, I mean, obviously a lot of these youngsters will play at home or in clubs, maybe in junior teams and things like that, but as I said before, that's a comfortable situation, but when you come to a tournament like this, away from where they live, away from the local pool rooms or at home, they're seeing all the other juniors and they're probably thinking, oh, I'm a really good pool player, and then they see somebody else thinking, oh, he's good, so they're going to get into battle and they're going to feel like the stars of the World Nineball Tour.
Excuse me, we're trying to run a professional junior tournament here. Can you get out, please?
Here she is, the
Hello.
woman behind it all. Go on, explain a little bit about what's going on then.
Kim, I've got absolutely no idea. It's pure carnage in this pen right now.
It's like a mum here at the minute.
I feel like a mixture between a mum, the head teacher, and I'm the worst teacher ever.
Have you told anybody off yet?
Yeah, I keep telling everyone to use their listening ears, which is what I tell my niece all the time. But they're coming up with all these different team names. I mean, we've got Fraser's favourites, but they're really uninteresting right now because they're losing. But the idea is everyone has to team up with one another. They're not allowed to know their opponent, and they can't be the same height. So it gets all of the juniors mixing with different players.
I was thinking there was a bit of little and large going on, to be fair.
Yeah, because the thing is, they all some of them know each other, and they come in and they find their friend. Whereas the whole point is that they find people they don't know, and then they do Scotch doubles with someone they don't know, and then it helps their learning, and I just think it helps their communication, and it's fun, and they're getting into it, but they are so persistent with when they're playing. So we're like, it's carnage at the moment. We've never done it with this many tables. So this is Emily's Scotch doubles tournament.
I mean, Karl was saying before he's got his eye on a youngster there, you like the look of. There's some unbelievable talent here, isn't there?
They are so fearless and they shoot like so quickly and like really well. Like I've got my glamorous assistants, which is Ralph Suke and David Al-Kadi, just pulled in Nokioi as well, and the kids are like, can I have a picture, can I have a picture? So I love that the pros are here. They're, you know, roaming around, they come in, they're racking for the players, and Ralph's actually been coaching some of them as well, and you know, that's fantastic to see. And I think I actually got told off by someone in the main event because I was being too loud, so whoever that was, I'm coming after you because the juniors are the next generation.
And I was just saying to Karl before as well, like one of the best bits about NextGen is giving them not only the platform but the skills to be able to then transfer that into a professional pool career.
Exactly, and they're here, they've got cameras in their faces, they've got the pros here. It's a bit of a pressured little like match ahead of them actually playing in their tournament tomorrow. So it started a year ago as us trying to give them a bit of practice, and the whole plan with NextGen, now their semi-finals, their final are on stream tables, and the whole point of that is to get them ready for the arena. We've seen so many juniors that come through that now play the main event.
Yeah.
So obviously the whole thought process behind it is to get them ready and prepared, so then when they do come into the main event, it's not as scary for them. And I'm sure like Karl will probably say that when he was at that age, or you know, your son plays darts now, imagine him being able to go into an arena.
Yeah, they obviously probably feel like a, you know, a professional. Obviously in this sort of setting it's a bit scary, but the good thing about what I'm seeing here is, you know, these NextGen events at the majors, walking in here, I don't feel like I've seen any of these kids. You know, at the previous events, that's how many kids are playing 9-ball pool around the world.
Yeah, and I was hearing, I mean, this sold out pretty quickly, didn't it? Within minutes?
Yeah, one of the kids come over and said, I really want to get into the UK Open Junior event, and that's already sort of full, I'm pretty certain. So I just think it's really good for like inspiring, you know, kids tuning in and watching ball, because it never had that professional, you know, title to it. You know, you wouldn't turn around to your parents and go, I want to be a professional pool player, but they were like, stop it. Okay,
Grounded for
you'll
a
be an
month.
astronaut, you're grounded, none of this. But this shows that they've got like the jerseys, they can start their social media channels. I mean, these kids, they'll travel around to play NextGen, and there's proper prize money, you know, for this, and it can set them up for their career, hopefully like future sponsors. So it's a work in process, but this is carnage right now.
Perfect, thank you so much.
Sorry,
We're going.
interrupted you.
No, that's all
Razor
good.
back
Get out
back
of my
to school.
We'll go and try and grab David Al-Kadi in a minute, but just while we find him, just want to talk about what you've seen this week so far as well. You mentioned the next Joshua Filler. I was spent quite a large part of today with him. He was absolutely scintillating yesterday, as was Fedor Gors. Now you've seen roughly everyone play, where's your head at? What are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, listen, you've always got to pick out sort of like the, you know, the top boys. We know it's not a full field here this week. Obviously, things are going on around the world, making, you know, travel very difficult. But listen, pool is so, you know, like versatile. You've got top players from literally all over the world, every country. It seems like it's pretty unique like that. So even if some guys are missing, it doesn't matter. The other boys will fill in. So that's when you got Filler, Fedor, FSR, Al-Kadi, even like legends like Ralph Suke, who's probably old enough to be a lot of these boys' granddads, but he still plays awesome, and that's the beauty of pool. I think for the sport and to kick off the season, I'd love to see a Filler Fedor final. I think that'd be unreal.
Got to be on it.
Well, two of the big, you know, the big names, probably the two biggest names in the game, similar ages, around 25, both won world titles, US Opens, and that'd be an insane final.
I'm going to press you for a quick name.
Filler.
Yeah? No.
Defending champ's going to keep hold of the cup.
I can see David Al-Kadi there with a youngster, so we'll go and ask him. I had a little chat with him before. He said some of the talent on show is unbelievable. I also saw a youngster miss a shot. Al-Kadi went over, gave him a very, very simple bit of advice. He relined the shot up, immediately got it in.
Oh,
I mean, that's the benefit of having these guys here.
We need to find out what.
David, I'm going to grab you again. I've got to grab you again. I've seen you teaching these kids here. I mean, there's some serious talent on show, isn't there?
Of course, but now I have a new partner in the tournament. He picked me. I need to play.
Oh,
Sorry,
you playing?
I need to stay focused. Sorry, see you later.
It's for juniors.
I know, I am junior also.
To be fair, you've got the height of a junior.
Hey!
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
And the face,
I'm sorry. And the face, and the face. Thank you. There we
a low
go.
blow there.
Yeah, I think I think I've adequately offended him. Would you reckon?
No, he'll take it in good jest. Listen, good to see David. Obviously, Ralph, as I said, Ralph's old enough to be a lot of these lads' granddads, but no one knows the sport better than Ralph Souquet. He's seen it all, he's done it all, he's won everything in the sport. He's lining shots up there, teaching the kids. And as I said before, I don't really see many of these kids, which is a bit crazy, really, because you'd think you'd probably get 10 or 15 playing in all the, the different events or the NextGen events that we have at the majors, but just shows you the talent that's knocking around. But I've got to find out that little left-hander's name, because I think he's one for the future.
Yeah, I mean, there is some serious talent here, isn't there? And we can watch it all unfold tomorrow as well, can't we? Of course, the first WNT NXTGen event starting tomorrow here in Sarajevo. Go to all WNT and Matchroom socials to find out where you can watch it.